Anyone can write great song ideas on guitar using the 3 principles I'm going to show you in this lesson. Because the truth is that almost no songwriter or composers have the entire song written in their mind before they sit down with their instrument. It usually starts with a small snippet, a small song idea that they're going to flesh out into something bigger later. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to find great song ideas. Let's start by picking any note with any finger on the fretboard. Let's say this one. So that's a G on the 5th fret of the 4th string using my ring finger. So let's use these 3 guidelines. The first one is let your fingers guide you on the fretboard. The second one is let your ears guide you as well. And the third one is the most important one, break your own patterns. So most people patterns with that note starting here would be to latch on to the first box of the minor pentatonic. That's what most people default to, right? So now let's be playful and curious. What if we do something within that box? What if I stick my fingers into place with the scale? Oh, so now I have a nice chord. I'm gonna play it more with arpeggios to create a little mood. And now let my ears guide me. So now I have a song idea, right? I just stuck my fingers into place by starting from one note, and I just became playful and curious. I had that chord here. I don't even know what that chord is or what it's called. It doesn't really matter. And then I asked myself, what if I switch my places with my fingers? How does that sound? Okay, I like that. What if I take my available finger and try to play bass notes under it? That sounds great, and that's how I found a great song idea. I can start with that. And it's the start of my song. Of course, it's not a full song, but it's a first song idea. It's the birth of a song idea that's going to be fleshed out into a fuller song later. Then that's where tip number 3 comes into play. If you write a lot, your song ideas, and they end up all sounding the same, you need to break your own patterns because we all default to something as guitar players, right? Most people, it's going to be minor pentatonic. For me, it's spread triad chords. I'm going to start with that so many times. And sometimes I need to break out of that because some of my songs are going to sound too much the same because I start from the same thing every time. So sometimes it's as easy as just changing the fingerings of the note you're choosing just to force yourself to explore in a different direction. So instead of using my ring, which makes me want to do that, I'm going to start with my pinky, right? So it doesn't make sense now to do... Right? It's not comfortable, so it's going to make me explore in different ways. So now I'm going to stick my fingers into place and find some chords once again, but on that area of the fretboard. Oh, I like this mood. It sounds modal. Once again, I don't really know what that chord is. That's not the point. The point is that it's a totally different mood than just what I've just played and what probably I'm used to do. So let's be playful once again. What if I add bass notes under it once again, or open strings? That's really nice, and it's a nice beginning of a song idea right here by breaking my own pattern. Let's break my pattern in a different way. I could use my index instead of my pinky and see where that leads me, right? So I'm gonna let my fingers guide me. Oh, I just went into another of my patterns, which is to play a power chord, right? I've played power chords so many times in my younger days when I was playing punk music and such. So I'm gonna break purposefully that pattern once again. So maybe I'm gonna go and push my fingers 1 fret below. Oh, now that's more tense, right? We have a tritone, but it can be an acquired taste. And once again, maybe I can add open strings. Nice. And sometimes breaking your own patterns in different ways can make you land onto the same place. It sounds really similar to... And actually, it makes me think of a song by Steven Wilson. I don't know if you know him, but he is known to write exactly in this way, to pick up the guitar, let your fingers do what they want, and just break some of your patterns and let your ears guide you, right? In his band Porcupine Tree, he wrote with the D chord, the open D, that we all know, in so many different ways just by breaking the pattern of the D chord. So most people are going to use that D chord and play a sus2 by lifting the middle finger, or a sus4 by adding the pinky. But there are so many ways to break the patterns in different ways. What if I play another fret? Once again, that's tense, but it could be an acquired taste. You can also move the notes inside of the chord. Or you can add bass notes under it that are different. Or you can move the entire chord. There are so many ways that you can explore things that you already know, break the pattern in some way, move one finger, move another finger, outside of the chord, inside of the chord, move the whole chord, play bass notes under it, play new notes on the top of it. Like I said, I love to use spread triad chords. That's something that I'm going to do often, is just to start from that chord and move fingers to find melodies on top. Or inside the chord. Or move bass notes under. To find some arpeggiated patterns and such, there are so many ways that you can just use this small principle. Pick one note on the fretboard, stick some fingers around, let your fingers guide you and your ears guide you, and break the pattern when you need to create something different. Of course, finding something is just the beginning, right? It's just the first song. It's the birth of a song idea, but it's not a full song. It's just a small snippet, and you need to flesh it out into a fuller song. And if you need help with that, how do I flesh it out? How do I create a second part to my song? How do I create layers to make it sound bigger, like I'm doing when I compose my own original songs on my channel? How do I take my effects pedals to create a sonic identity to my song? And if you need more help with that, arrangement principles, structuring your songs, I just launched my brand new flagship composing online course on guitar called Electric Guitar Composing System. You can click on the link below this video, the first link in the description box, to learn more. If you're watching this live as I release this video, I'm making a promotion for the very first time on the course. It ends tomorrow, so you might want to click now to learn more about it and to get this promo. But if you're watching this in the future, I'm going to change the link so that it's the new link so that you can check out the course as well. Over the course of the last decade plus on my channel, I have written hundreds of songs just with my electric guitar by starting with a small song idea and fleshing it out into a full arrangement. So I'm going to show you how to do that in the course, and not only that, in the course I show you 4 more ways to create great song ideas. The one I showed you in this video on YouTube is just the first out of the 5, so if you want more things to think about when you're creating song ideas and learn how to make a full song and a full arrangement afterwards, go check out my course. Once again, first link below. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to continue this conversation, you can click on that next video. I mentioned Steven Wilson and the band Porcupine Tree. In this video, I explore how he moved the D chord to create dozens of songs ideas. So if you want to check that out and continue the conversation, click over to this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, au revoir.